Hello guys, it's Akujimbi. I was already asked a couple of times to make a hair painting tutorial, and because I think painting hair is a quite complex challenge due to different textures, colors and hairstyles, I try to stay with this tutorial very simple and easy and just show you my method. I want to jump right into the material. As for every painting, I am using for my hair too the simple hard round brush in Photoshop, and I'm just repeating what this brush can do. So here you can see the transfer is on, the smoothing is on, and the spacing is at 5%. And here in this case, you can see the flow is at 68% and the opacity at 100%. And this brush works like that. Yeah. And I'm painting all of my pictures with this brush. Let's take my latest painting of Kiyomi Sakusa as an example because that's what some people were curious about. When zoomed out like here, it looks kind of fluffy. There are some lights visible that indicate soft curls. But when we zoom in here, this is this is 100%. You can see there are strokes visible. Some are thicker, some are thinner, some are lighter, some are darker, and so on. And my brush currently has no pointed tip as you have seen, so I just push my short keys to make it smaller and to paint thinner hair. And when I want it bigger, I just enlarge the brush. When I want the hair very dark, of course, I use black. When I want some highlights, I just choose a lighter color and I mix lighter and darker colors together by using the color picker and blend it together. As for black or very dark hair, I recommend staying in the bluish gray spectrum. This is like here. I can take the color picker. Here you can see this is rather gray. This is gray too. Something like that. When I go with the color picker through the hair, you can see what is happening, what kind of colors are mixed together. Now a closer look on hair physique. You paint your lighter colors or highlights where the light hits the surface of the hair which stands up the most. That means when I want the hair look like it stands up, for example like here, I just use lighter colors or like here. There are lighter colors to indicate that the curl goes up. We can make it like that. Here the hair goes up. So here we have the lighter color. Here goes the hair up like that. That's our upstanding hair like this. And hair gets kind of thinner or looks thinner when it's on the outer edges like here. So there I just use a more lighter color, more on the gray side. This is a very light gray, as you can see. So when you want it to look soft and not just like a helmet on the head, you need to make it a bit lighter. Hair that is in the back, like here, also is painted very light. And since I'm not a big fan of backgrounds, I often shape the edges of the hair by just overpainting it with the background color. So I'm, in this case, because it's white, I'm just taking white and can just kind of erase it. And one last thing, like a tip for painting the hairline. The hairline is that part. When you paint light skin and the hair is dark, you mix reddish tones together. That's because the skin tone and the dark hair kind of mix and it gives a more natural look in paintings. You can either mix black on the skin tone of your character or just add manually a reddish tone in the hairline. That's what I'm mostly doing because in the beginning my skin tone is way too bright and so I just mix a reddish tone in the hairline. Enough of the theory, let's go to practice. I recorded the painting and speeded up the non hair parts. The parts where I painted the hair will be in real time. In Kiyoumi's case, I looked up his original design hair. In the anime, it's monocolored. It's mostly black. The shape looks curly, but of course, it's a very stylized. And because for the anime, an accurate version with sharp edges. So first, I needed to shape it with black, like to get a kind of look that might be Kiyoumi's. My brush it has no full opacity, although it's on full opacity, so I can use my color picker to take the gray tones and use it for my highlights. As you can see here, I started not with a white background, but with a gray one, and then I can mix the black with the gray. And you can see uh, there are still some soft edges remaining, which are useful to create the illusion of fluffy curls. Here it's just still very rough, and I later start to refine it. I assume I already talked enough, and from now I let you just watch a little bit of the painting process. Enjoy! as for final words, try to keep calm during painting. Sometimes it takes a couple of tries. Sometimes strokes happen suddenly and you think, wow, that wasn't intended, but it looks so good. And sometimes it's like, nothing works today, but the next day will be better, I swear. So I wish you really happy painting, and I thank you so much for watching. I hope it wasn't too boring and I could help you a little bit. If you have any further questions, you can just ask me in the comment section and I try to help out as good as I can. So yeah, thank you again guys for watching and for following my little account. I'm really thankful. Yours, Akujumbi.